Good morning. Hello, my name is DrSharnael Wolverton-Sehon. Jeanette, are you here with us yet? Let me know when you are. You've been tagged. Good morning, everybody. Who's all here with me this morning? Let's see. Ashley, hey. Let's look for... Jeanette, are you here? Let me see. Hello. Ashley, Jeanette. Awesome. Add as a... Hey, Kelly. Dr. Kelly's on. We got Ashley from Texas and Dr. Kelly from the Northeast. Jeanette is about to pop on. I just invited her. I'm really excited about this topic, you guys, because it changed my life. Awesome. All right, Jeanette, I sent you an invite. All you got to do is accept. Looks like it's sending to you. Who else is on here? Hello. Hi, y'all. Let me pop on my Facebook too. See if I could see it live. All right, Jeanette, do you see it? Go ahead and accept. No, let's see. Let's try it again. Add as a guest. I sent you an invite. Go ahead and hit the request button. Hey, Sean. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? I was just looking at all our pictures from when we were in Zion last, let's see, 2013. That was awesome. David Tomberlin is over there right now doing some revival meetings. All right, Jeanette. Hit the accept button. Do you see it? Come on, like we did last time. Go ahead and hit accept. Hey, Susan, Carlin. Jeanette is saying she's on. No, she's not showing up as on yet. You gotta hit the, take the invitation button. All right, I'm going to add you one more time. Cheney. Sending the invitation. It's sending. Okay, you can also hit the people button. If you hit the people button, you can request to be added if you choose to do that. Jeanette. See if that works. Okay. Do you see the people button? Are you on your phone? You got to make sure you're on your phone, not on your computer. And I hit the invitation one more time. Add as guest. Sending. Everyone put energy towards her receiving this invitation so we could get going with this class.
There we go. So what was happening was I was on Do Not Disturb. So let me flip this. There we go. Ta-da. Okay. You're going to get me here in just a second. Ta-da! Hi.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to do a brief introduction to you too, so people can kind of know who you are and how we met and how that's changed my life. And get my goal here today, Jeanette, is not only for people to meet you and be introduced to your awesome radiance and what you're doing for so many people all over the world, but hopefully get people turned on to understanding the juicing and the detoxing components and how important that is to your body. And ultimately, hoping really, like, my goal is to see as many of you possible get to Kalispell and do one of these guided fasts, because there is a big difference. And I'd like to share a little bit about that in a minute. But I met Jeanette. I'm actually from Montana, by the way. And Jeanette, thank you for being with us. You're just love on legs to me, and I just love you so much.
I'm so glad to be here.
I did a prayer trek for 5 years in a row, and we would take a plane to the west side of Montana, and then we would take a train from Whitefish all the way to the east side of Montana, and we would pray over the whole state. And we did that for 5 years with some groups of people. And I never stayed any longer than just, we would come straight into Missoula and then drive up and go straight out of Whitefish. And we never stayed in Whitefish or Kalispell. Like, it was just, we would get up really early in the morning or come really late at night and catch that 5 a.m. flight, train, which is pretty early. So I really never saw Whitefish or Kalispell. And I chose to take my family with me this time so they can be involved in the prayer and just seeing what I do every year. And I had an idea that maybe we would stay an extra day in Kalispell and just kind of check it out. And so we did, and it was really cool. And when we were driving down the highway, I saw this big sign on the right that said Kalispell Wellness Center. And I was like, wow. And I passed it. And as soon as I passed it, I was like, everything in my heart was like, turn around and go in there right now. And that doesn't happen all the time, but I listened to those little things. And when I did, I turned around and my kids were like, what are you doing, Mom? I'm like, I have to go in there. I don't know why. I have to go in there. And it was like God was just leading me in a U-turn. I went back in, and Jeanette wasn't there that day, but I did see the wellness center. I was so impressed. Hey, Dana. And I met some of the people that worked there and got some flyers and some information. And I was leaving the next morning at 5 a.m. So I didn't really get to, get any more involved in that. But when I got home, I emailed Jeanette and looked on her website and found out about the fast. And that was summer, and I had signed up for the next guided fast, and went and literally changed my life. And she can go into it, but they have so many services up there and so many different people. They have colonics, they have, nutritionists on board. There's just it's a collection of massage therapists and health people, with her being the director. And you can just sign up for all these services while you're there, and then you're juicing. And the best part is you're reprogramming the whole week there. It's not like you just go and they give you the food and then you just deal with it. Like, what I loved more than anything is you were in class during the day with a bunch of other people who are all learning the same thing that you are, and you're accountable during that time. You're removed from your home with your refrigerator and your cabinets and all the food. So there's not that temptation. You're starving, quote, with everybody. Not really starving. I didn't crave food. And there's just the people that I met during the meetings. People come from all over the world to come to these things. And so you just meet some awesome people. And then, of course, Jeanette, she teaches how to cook, recipes. She even took us, and she does this every time, to the market, to the grocery store, and shows you how to buy food, how to read the labels. It's intricate, every detail. So they go into essential oils, they go into pharmaceuticals, they go into so many different topics while you're there that you're literally reprogramming, and you're there that week. So you're detoxing your body, you're detoxing your mind, you're reprogramming. And by the time you're done for this week, you go back and you really, I chose to keep going because I felt so amazing and had so much energy, and, you know, just meeting everybody and learning all the new things. Now, my undergraduate is in wellness and kinesiology, and I have a doctorate in naturopathic medicine. And some of the stuff they were teaching there was doctorate level classes that I took. Like, this is high level teaching here that you will get, I don't know, anywhere else. And I've been to a lot of wellness centers across the country and even overseas in Australia, Germany, England. So I'm telling you guys, she is gold. The people that work with her are gold. And while you're there, there's so much love and peace and harmony within the staff, within just the building, the places where she suggests where you stay. They're just like, and then you're surrounded by mountains and beauty. I mean, the air is clean. So anyway, I'm going to let her go and just jump in from here. We have like 30 some minutes. If you want to go a little bit over, that's fine. But welcome, Jeanette. Thank you for everything that you are and everything that you do.
Thank you, Charnel. I'm so glad to be here. You know, I'm so passionate about this topic and to share it with as many people as I can. And of course, I'll be describing a little more in detail what we do at the Wellness Center, but I hope that the information that people hear today will encourage them on whatever level they can to get into cleansing and detoxing. So we're about to hold our 189th juice fast in November, and we're excited to get to see you again, to come up and do the
I'll be there.
Yeah. And we've had over 3,500 people come through the classes, and then we've had thousands and thousands of more alumni that come back. And when we're doing the full program at the center that same week, we always offer juice only to our alumni students who choose to fast on their own but want to come get the juices from us. So yeah, I never ever get tired of teaching this class. You would think after this many times it would be boring to me, but it's always changing and evolving. And as you said, we have the 400 pages of educational material we work through during the week. We're meeting 7 days in a row, and every day we're meeting for 3 hours on the first 3 days, and then 2 hours on the following days to get through all this material. Because when I was led by God to open the Wellness Center, I was really seeking what should it be, and what he gave to me was Wellness Education Center. Because if you simply just tell people, oh, here, take this, this, and this, or do this, this, and that, you're not really helping them. By educating them and helping them understand how they got to the place that they're at and how they can move forward and heal on many different levels, that is what then makes true change happen. So that's why we're so big on the education component of everything we do at the center. And basically our program, and I put a link in my comments, and I'll just real quick pop it up here again. This is the link to our Wellness Center Facebook page, and whoops, wants me to do smiley face, okay, and to our website. And there's lots of information on the website about the whole program and how it works, but I'll just basically explain it. So for new fasters, we have a 7-day program because it takes a number of days just to really be getting your body going. We are pre-fasting ahead of time. We don't want people to just cold turkey this. So we send you a pre-fast kit 2 to 3 weeks in advance program with some instructions about starting to change some things in your diet, starting to wean off of caffeine and alcohol and sugar and get a cleaner and cleaner diet. we get your bowels moving well with fiber and probiotics and digestive enzymes to get you going, so that by the time you come to the program, you are ready to detox. Then we have an introduction class for 3 hours on the first Friday night where we just go through the whole program. And it's so funny to see people come in on the first Friday night. They're really nervous. They've committed to do it, but now it's like really here, and they're afraid a little bit about what did I get myself into. But by the time they leave that class, they really are comfortable with what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it. And then I have so many people come that have been to other kinds of fasting programs or have tried to fast on their own at home. And it's so beautiful to see the journey of this, what you were talking about, the group energy, that you're in there and you're doing it with other people, and we're seeing you every day and we're supporting you every day. And you start to see other students in your class having certain results, and then you really do believe these results will happen for me. So people always say to me, wow, I never got the level of detoxing when I've done other programs that I get with this. So that's way cool for me to get to share with them. Anyway, so it's not a starvation thing. When people think of fasting, they're a little bit afraid because they think, oh my gosh, I love to eat. How am I going to go a week without eating? We are a re-nourishing detox. So we're actually having you drink 12 things a day. And that includes fresh juices that we make at the Wellness Center. We now have 16-ounce size juices, and we have a beautiful 2-ounce wheatgrass juice in a glass bottle that they get every day. But they're drinking green drinks and fiber drinks and mineral preparations and herbal teas, and we're detoxing on a lot of levels. So that's basically the program. We ended on the final Thursday night class, which is the 7th day in a row of classes. We do this living foods prep class, and we actually fix all the food that you're going to consume for the first day off the fast. So we make our famous green smoothie, which gives you 10 grams of protein and 7 grams of fiber and 2,300 milligrams of omega-3s. We make raw soup. We make the spaghetti, raw spaghetti. It's really, really good. I show how to make nut milks, wonderful mango spinach pudding. So we just have like this party of food prep that's so much fun. And then everybody leaves with a little box of food to help them break off the fast. And then one of the things I think that's most important to tell you about fasting is, first of all, think about why we need to fast. Even if you think you're pretty healthy, and I've had high-class athletes come in through the program thinking, oh, I'm so healthy. And when they see the junk that comes out of their bodies, they're shocked. So think of it this way. When you are a little baby and you're all nice and pure and clean, as soon as you come off of mama's milk and you start going on to standard American diet of white flour and cow's dairy products and sugar and refined foods, you start to build up junk in your body from your diet. And then you're also picking up junk in your body from what you're exposed to in your household. What we always talk about, clean body care. What are you putting on your skin that's getting into your body? What are you drinking water-wise? What are you breathing air-wise? What synthetic materials are putting toxins into your body? Drinking out of plastic bottles, putting that into your body. And all this builds up and builds up and builds up. And God designed us amazingly so that on a daily basis, the body tries to clear up what it can from that. But what it can't clear up, it sticks away. Kind of like this. You're having company coming over. And there's things on your dining room table, on your kitchen counters, in your living room. And you grab all that stuff and you throw it in a closet or a drawer or in the spare bedroom. And people walk in the house and they go, wow, her house looks really clean. But Don't go in that closet or drawer or bedroom because it's messy in there. This is what's happening in our bodies. And until we take the time to intentionally detox and clean up those hidden corners, that dirt just remains packed away. But after a while, you run out of places to put the stuff. You know, your desk drawer and your closets and everything gets so full you can't even put anything else in them. And that's when our bodies start to get the aches and pains and breakdown and disease sets in, because the body is so busy dealing with all the garbage, it can't do what it was designed to do, of keeping a healthy immune system and keeping you well. And so this detoxing, while we don't learn it in school and it's not very common in our culture, fasting and detoxing is just critical for all human beings that live in this modern world, for sure. So that's kind of the physical end of things. And if you look at how do toxins get out of our body, any kind of fasting that you are going to engage in, make sure you look at all the different ways that you can get these toxins out of your body. So obviously, we think of toxins coming out through the bowels, through the digestive tract. And but you'll see things come out when you fast that are way beyond what you've ever seen before, because it's not just what's sitting in the colon, but what is sitting in the small intestines too, which is an old mucus plaque, kind of like a sausage casing of garbaged up material that's been building up in there, and that starts to break up and come out. We release through the kidneys and through the urinary tract. So while we fast every single day, we're drinking things that help your body do that. Plus, we do a specific kidney bladder flush during the week. And then the liver, oh my gosh, you know, your workhorse of detoxing and keeping you alive in this toxic world. We pay a lot of attention to the liver on a daily basis with what we're taking and drinking. And then again, we do a specific liver flush during the week. Then your skin, people forget about that. Your skin is like one of your major organs of elimination. You can eliminate up to 1 pound a day through your skin. So getting yourself to sweat, taking hot soaking baths. We do dry brushing a couple times a day during the fast, and the instructions for that, we teach you how to do it in class, and we give you a dry brush to use. I love the way people say, oh, my skin feels so soft. Like even the men in the class, they're like, oh, wow, I love that dry brushing. My skin feels so soft. It helps, the dry brushing takes the dead skin layer off. It helps open up your pores. It stimulates the electrical flow in your whole body. It's just a beautiful process that I love to do, not only when I'm fasting, but in everyday life, it's a good thing to do at least a few times a week. We do colon cleansing while we're fasting, because when you're not chewing, your colon doesn't have peristaltic action. So we need to do the colon cleansing either through enemas, which we teach people how to do that. We give you the enema kit and teach you how to do it, or professional colonics, which are fantastic and very effective. And we have a wonderful colon hydrotherapist at our office. And then you release through the breath. And so many of us are very shallow breathers and don't breathe very deeply on a daily basis, but we teach you proper breathing and how to do some breathing exercises while fasting in particular that help you release through the breath. And I know toxins come out through the breath, because when you're fasting, your breath really smells not good. And you get this, you know, coated feeling on your teeth and a yellow coated tongue. Isn't that delightful? Don't you just want to jump right in? And then you also detox through your emotional release. It's really amazing how, just like sticking physical toxins throughout our lifetime, we've stuck these emotional pieces that we didn't know how to deal with properly at the time into our bodies. And modern science actually can trace the neuropeptides from your brain to receptor sites in your body. So we really do quite a bit of work during the week in education on that component, because really, to me, that's probably one of the most significant components of healing. And so if we don't address that during the juice fast, we would really be doing a disservice to people. And we give you different tools and exercises to help you with that. We talk about releasing with emotions using essential oils. We have a hypnotherapist, in fact, two of them that are at the Wellness Center, Sheila and Walt, and they help people get there in a state of relaxation and get your conscious head out of the way so that your subconscious can tell the true story of what you're feeling, not what your head thinks you've molded it to be, but you get to the subconscious level, and then you can rewrite the story and help release it out of your body, which is very amazing. We release through the lymph system, and the lymph system, which is your really major garbage removal system, it has no pump, and so you have to move your lymph, and you do that through the dry brushing, through massaging, through exercising, and that we stress that quite a bit during the week. So, you know, all of those things totally wrapped up in prayer and seeking really make a very, very effective detox. And you can't clean out 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, even I've had 80-year-olds come in and do the fast. You can't clean it all out in 1 week, but you make such a huge progress in such a short period of time, and you learn how to do it for your lifetime going forward. And so it just encourages people, like Charnel says, it's a reprogramming so that you just want to do more and get better over time as you proceed on with your life. So that's kind of the basics of it. And do you have any questions in between, Charnel, or should I just, you know me, I start.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention too, like I believe it was 2012 when I went the first time, and I go every year, you guys. This isn't something that you just do and then you're like, I'm done. Now, I'm very capable of doing all the things that I learned the first time. So you can do this at home once you've learned all the different things and got that reprogram. But I really enjoy going on purpose to get away and to reprogram again, because my second time, my third time, my fourth time, she's teaching pretty much the same thing, although she adds her own deal and has new people come in to teach. I literally learn something brand new every single time I go. And it's a continuing education. For those of you who are in Young Living, this is a tax write-off for you because it's educational. And I know not everyone in here is in Young Living, but some of you may be in the health industry. So that would be a good health benefit for you, just to be a leader and to have a good healthy, be an example of something positive. And we talk about frequency quite a bit. And if you can detox, if you're eating high vibrant, high antioxidant food, which is high vibe food, that's great. But if your organs are at a low frequency because they're not functioning properly, because they haven't been detoxed in however long, then detoxing and cleansing is a great way to let go of all of that, so your organs are functioning at a higher speed ratio, maximizing effect to be the sharpest tool in the toolbox, and you are clean as far as your whole body. You're at a higher vibe, and I'm telling you, the clarity spiritually, when you're that clean and pure, it says the pure shall see God. Even on the spiritual level, you know, she mentioned emotions, but even on the spiritual level, there's so much that happens during this time. So I go every year. I go during Rosh Hashanah usually, because I make it a spiritual thing as well. And I do use a lot of Young Living products. And so those of you who don't use Young Living products, I'll give you a link here where you can find out about it. And Jeanette's actually uses a lot of these products, and she incorporates them in the fast as well. And she even has a whole link on that too. So those of you who do use the oils and or the supplements, you can incorporate those in your fast. But I really prefer to get away and do it yearly, because it's just like you take your car in every year to go get an overhaul on the whole car. This machine requires attention, and it's a great investment. Don't look at it as a cost, but look at it as an investment for your overall health, for your whole future, because I choose to be here for the long haul, and not only be here for the long haul, but be here vibrant and thriving, not just surviving, but being the best me possible, thinking clearly, seeing clearly, having just a clean and pure perception of things. And all the stuff that she's talking about will cause that frequency to vibe up, and then be in the groups energetically of people who are also choosing to vibe up. There's such, like she said, there's such an energy and maps of just being in the environment of people who are all choosing health and choosing divine health. And so I just had to say that. But yeah. I go every year.
Yeah. And you know, when we have people come in who are actually struggling with certain disease, often they'll fast 1 week a month for the first 4, 5, 6 months of their healing process, because they're just in that position where they really need to do that, and they need to heal quickly. And then we have other people. I have some alumni, just like DrSharnael, that come back once a year from out of town. I have others that are in-towners that might do the juice fast 5 or 6 times a year, and they might be in class 1 or 2 times of that, and then the rest of the time, you know, doing it on their own. But yeah, it is a lifelong pursuit, just like you wouldn't clean your house just once. You know, here, I'll just cleaning, and now I won't clean it again for 5 years. You know, that doesn't work. But the example I like to give about why it's so important to detox as the base of any healing program you choose to do. You want to detox first. And the reason is, imagine you're going to go out of town for a week, and somebody forgets to flush the toilet as you're running out the door. And you come home a week later and you go, whoa, that's pretty nasty. Are you going to go over there and start throwing some essential oils or green drinks or something in there to try to fix it? No. What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to flush and clean it up, and start with clean water, and then you can start scrubbing the bowl and doing whatever. So this detox component, if I could just teach all the people that are professionals, that are in the wellness industry, this detox component and the real true need for that as a base for healing. Taking supplements and doing all this other stuff might help you, but if it's dirty underneath, it's not going to be very effective. And this way,
so good.
What you do is much more effective afterwards. And you can do, in fact, DrSharnael, you really love this new section that I'm going to be teaching. It's just been added into the program about cell voltage. And so you were speaking about the organs, but it even goes down to the cellular level. And a cell is designed to operate at a certain frequency and voltage. And there's things that impact how that voltage operates, including hydration and toxicity, etc. And so we're going to learn all about that and how that relates to pH and how it relates to healing or not healing. And the things you were talking about, like the living foods and the oils, they help those voltages be correct. And when they're the way they were designed, then they're going to operate the way God designed us to operate. But, you know, when God designed us, he designed us to operate in the Garden of Eden. And we're not in Eden anymore. You know, Dorothy, this is not Kansas, you know. So our world, which was supposed to be just beautiful and peaceful and calm and healthy food and etc., has changed, and so we need to change with it. And right,
Yes.
God gives the instructions for fasting. Just most of us haven't learned about it, and that's what we're trying to do with you, is to help teach you. And for those of you who do use Young Living oils, uh, and for all the rest of you who are listening today, if you click on the link for my website, the juicefast.info website, under the essential oil page is a drop down, and it's the kind of outline of today. It talks about pre-fasting and fasting, and then it has an actual list of, for those of you with Young Living, how to incorporate Young Living products into the fasting process. So I hope you'll take advantage of that. And when I'm done speaking here, I'll put the direct link to that page again in the comments here, so you can just click on it.
Awesome. So the next fast that I will be at, I normally go every September, but I'll be there in November.
Right.
It's the 10th through the 16th, correct?
It is. The 10th to the 16th, and then in December, we're actually not holding a full juice fast. Instead, we're doing a modified program we do every December called Holiday Thrive. And it's a living foods program supplemented with the fresh juices, but we're doing food prep every single day. And we're working on all the things that impact us during the holidays, which is diet and stress and lack of sleep and boosting our endocrine system and all the things that help get us through the holidays gracefully. And then starting back in January again, we have juice fasts in January, February, and March here in Kalispell. And then April's fast, I'm going back to Dallas. So any of you from the Texas area, we will be in Dallas for a full juice fast in April. And then back here in Kalispell, May through the rest of the year. And all those schedules are posted on our website. Everything that's included in the fast, what the fast costs, et cetera, is all on the website. And this is not an outrageously expensive program. For the full week, for a brand new student, it's $740. This program would cost thousands of dollars anywhere else to do, but it is my ministry in life, and so we do everything we can to keep the costs down as much as possible. I often get the comment from students once they hear us, how do you do this and give us all this that you're giving us for the price that you're doing it? And I would just say, thank you, Lord Jesus, because we're able to do it. So I know that if you come to Montana, you'll love it. It is a gorgeous part of the world. It's just a blessing.
Just saying. Yes, and I'll be there in November if any of you guys choose to come party with me. Yeah. And we're going to have a really good time. My husband's going to go for the first time, so that'll be interesting too. And I really look forward to seeing you guys. I will be posting both her link and the link to get whatever essential oils. I appreciate you so much, Jeanette, for not just doing this, but just for your presence, for your love, for everything that you are. This woman, when you go, you'll hear her testimony, and I know you guys, you'll just be around her, and she's just a mom to everybody. Like, she's got that mom vibe, and you just feel so much love. I feel so much love, and she's really, we've not only partnered together, but she's been a friend to me through some really crazy years of stuff that's going on, and I just really appreciate, I'm gonna cry. I just love you so much. You know how much I love you, and anything I can do to support you, let me know. And I hope to see all y'all soon. If I don't see you at the Wellness Fast, get up there some other time. Y'all will really, really, really be glad you did. So it's an investment in you. Whatever the price is doesn't matter, because you're investing in you. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, self-care is huge, okay? Yeah. And when you can invest in you, then it's going to help your kids, your job, your everything in your home, it's for everything. And spiritually, mind, body, and soul. So you guys take the time, make the time to go and just check out her website. They got a whole library. They have a prayer room. I mean, it's a really, really amazing, loving place with a great staff, and you guys will really adore it. It's much more cost effective than getting sick and having dis-ease and then having to deal with being on the other end of things. Let's be more preventative. My whole thing, just like her, what I love about her is I don't want to just tell you to detox or use oils. I want to explain to you why. Because if you're educated on how to do it, why to do it, the importance of it, we're going to be on the front end of all this, not just for ourselves and our family, but for our communities. And we're not going to be in the prayer lines or in the hospitals or the ER or on all the medications that give you more side effects and keep down that road of just spiraling down. So let's all be vibrant and thrive and get educated. And again, Jeanette, thank you for your time. I love you.
Welcome.
Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you, in a couple weeks.
Yay! All righty.
Bye, you guys. Bye. I hope you enjoyed.
Bye.